I've been here for about 5.5 years, and we're here a little over 7 years. The kind of place I kind of grew up in, very friendly and neighborhood people, and a little food and a little booze, and I thought this was perfect for me, and it is really. You don't really understand when you see hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and you see the devastation that it causes, but if you haven't lived through it, you don't really understand it. And then when you do, now it's, I'll donate a couple of bucks here and there to, the Red Cross or whatever kind of organization, because I know it takes money, and government is very slow with paying you back. And like I said, I always think you just got to help each other. Do unto others, as the good book says, and that's what we should all. My Sunday cook, Jamie, she lived in a basement apartment. Still lives there, and but her apartment was totally flooded. She had to get everything new. So, like for me, it was just this joint. But I know that other people suffered way more than I did. And, we tried to help as best we could. We've had, this is kind of like a public house. So when people need to come and discuss ideas and this and that, they come here. Because it's a comfortable place to have a discussion with people. And you've met a few of the people, and you can see that they like to come here and talk. I mean, we're an Irish bar. And if there's one thing Irish pubs are, is local Irish pubs, not corporate types. They're places to come and discuss things and have a difference of opinion, and people do that, and it's a great thing. And
what is your strongest memory of that period?
Well, when I couldn't start the pump down by the basement, and came up to my knees, and I says, "I'm out of here." Then I sloshed through the bar. Like I said, I'm 5'3". It wouldn't take that long for me to be underwater. So, and I went and got a bottle of whiskey, and I walked out with this bottle of whiskey in my hand over my head like the Statue of Liberty, and the girls across the street were looking at me and going, but there I was, trudging along in waist-deep water, up to Jamie's apartment upstairs, and that's really my strongest memory. That and coming out to the car the next day, and it just wouldn't do anything. I couldn't get in it, and because it was drowned, and I'll get another car. I borrowed a friend's car here and there to do the shopping, whatever we needed to get here, and that was pretty much it. The kind of more the aftermath, and that one little portion of me going, "I'm out of here." And a few days later, feeling like stunned about whatever happened, because when I walked back in the morning, the place was trashed. I mean, everything was down to the front door or the back door. The kegs and everything were at the back door, and I couldn't get in that way. I had to come down the stairs from the people's apartment upstairs. And, it's just like, what's going on here? And pretty much that's it. And the other one was when Jamie took me home so I could shower and change, and I came back, and I'm talking about maybe an hour and a half, and Chris's relatives, his sister and nephews and nieces and cousins and like that, they were all in here cleaning the place out, and I couldn't believe that they got here so fast, and that his sister Maureen had driven by to see what went on, and she looked in the window and said, "Oh my God," and she made her phone calls, and they were all here, and that touched my heart a lot. I was just stunned at first, but it was just a wonderful feeling, because I'm thinking, "Oh crap, I got to clean this stuff up too," which I did anyway. But it was so gratifying to see a dozen people here pushing mud out and mopping and turning tables back over and trying to get in the kitchen and turn the refrigerators, freezers, stoves. It's just great. And that's pretty much my strongest memory. So that's it. Other than that, I'm just grateful we're still here and to serve our customers in a good way, and that you guys are finding out about what happened here in little old Red Hook, and how close the community is to each other. I mean, we might not all know each other's names, but we all know each other by face now. Hey, how you doing? And like that. It's almost like you know, you go to another town, and maybe in the South or like that, and they don't know who you are, but they see you going by in a car or walking. They go, hey, how you doing? You know, it's kind of like that kind of thing here now. You know, hey, how are you?